R&D. That requires 30. Basic solids is 20. I don't really like using solids. Not in the same way that you'd use those. They're not too bad though. I mean, it's delta, which 15 kilonewtons. So what upper solid rocket most of the thought able to run rockets. So I could actually unlock these. It's a lot of science though. But solid rocket motor procedural. I never saw that. Where's a mistake? Okay, so I'll unlock this. 89 days, 13 hours and 41 minutes and 36 seconds, was it? Cost 81,600 to unlock. Well, not to unlock it, but to buy it. To pay the research team for their work. Because you've got to pay people, haven't you? Well, Gene says you have to, so he's a program manager. 11.57. They're quite bulky, these. But the cast is 226 kilonewton. Well, that's nice. I'll give it a nice kick. Just to help get something off the pad. How long does it actually run for? I wonder. Does it tell me? Probably not. 1.87 thousand litres. So 1,870 litres, is it? Doesn't actually say the bunk burn time. Have you noticed here reliability info? Now this is Dangit. We've got here, well, end of life 7 hours. Lifetime is 0.75 hours. MTBF manufactured before fail is 6,000 hours. So priority high, repair cost is 10. So if you have an engineer on board and you want to use these, you have a pack of these on the return craft. If it's manned, then you can get an engineer to repair it if it fails. Obviously, once it's being used, you can't do that. But the gimbal, so we've got reliability info is for the O-ring. Infamous O-ring for the solid rocket boosters. I say infamous because it caused the Challenger to disintegrate on ascent in 1986, which is the first loss of the shuttle program. The only other one they've lost is Columbia. She burnt up on re-entry. Okay, so 86 days. I'm not going to blow everybody to death. But we do need supersonic flight as well. Mature supersonic flight, because obviously we can't build high-speed aircraft without supersonic aircraft parts. Advanced jet engines, prototype space planes. Tank procedural shielded. So that's a heat shield. 1500 to 2500 Kelvin, which is pretty hot. But it's only rated for low Earth orbit re-entries. But that's the only way you'll actually bring a space plane down anywhere. So that's not too bad. Pressurized fuselage. Mark 1 cockpit. The thing is about the space shuttles as well, they didn't have heat shielding in the created sort of the classic sense, such as the Apollo system, Mercury and all the rest of those, and also the manned system for Moshkod and Vostok. They had ablator heat shields. The space shuttle never had ablator heat shields, it only had asbestos based heat absorption tiles. And it's the same system that the Orion program is about to start using for manned flights. To be perfectly honest, I wish they wouldn't, because they've made the same sort of tiles that the space shuttle had, and that was notorious for losing tiles. So something tells me something's going to go wrong. Something's going to go on with Orion. It's not going to be very nice. I hope it doesn't, but, you know, okay, walk forward. Oh, we have a daytime launch at last, which doesn't sound as good as you think. We're going to talk about lunar missions. So that's on the pad right now. I'm not going to go to launch. I'm going to go into the tracking station. Because I want to make sure this is on track. Because I had to do the miniature dog leg on the last mission, the last launch. I almost didn't. Well, basically, it was my fault. I forgot about the dog leg. Let's go to the tracking station and align the alignment, the actual phase, with the launch trajectory as close as I can to the line across where this launch will actually be flying through. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be, you know, I may not have to do the dog leg. Well, not quite as abrupt a dog leg anyway that I had to do in the last launch. So let's go to the tracking station. Okay, tracking station. Where? Oh, there we are. Just zoom out a little bit. Yeah. Well, the moon's in the correct position. And we're just about to go into night again. Oh dear, mate. Alright, well, nothing else for it. No, it's for debris. Oh, it's for debris. But of course, they're all called OX4. So I actually rename them, so that's not really a clue, is it? I don't think so. Toggle relays. That doesn't actually work. I don't think that actually works with remote tech installed. Okay, so the good way of doing this is just to not click launch, because when you actually click launch, your view orientates to the launch site, and it doesn't keep you here. Looks like we've got pretty good alignment just there. Well, that is the launch of Luna 1. Yeah, the Luna 1 probe. Should really have, well, I mean, it wasn't technically a failure, but I should really have put that with an F. I should have put an F with that. But I can do that now. Yeah, I mean, there's projected. Main pre-apsis is 34,000 kilometers. Sounds like a lot, but it's actually not. It's not that far. Let me just rename this. That's the probe. So where's the actual... Ah, there we go. Elon at night. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave that alone. It's this one we want. Oh, wait a minute. It has gone. This is the safe way of doing this, rather than actually going and loading the craft in, because then it would probably complete a contract, and I've done that twice already when I didn't actually want to. That has actually left our system. That has left the Earth system. That's heliocentric orbit. As you can see, it's flying. It looks like it's flying past Venus, but if you zoom out a little bit, it's not too far off though. If I could actually a little bit of extra fuel, I could bring that pre-axis down, and it could possibly fly past Venus. That is possible. It won't take a lot of delta V either. It takes a fraction, especially if you manoeuvre at the upper axis. Always the best place is either here or here. at the height or at the highest or the lowest point of your orbit. Anyway, let's not less yakking and more doing. So I'm going to put this as F. Fail. It's not technically a failure, but so we've got right now we've got ESAT 3, and that is actually technically ESAT 2, isn't it? Because ESAT 2 was a failure. Where's the Explorer? That could be that's the our own systems. Yeah, that's fine. So we've got ESAT 4F. That's the failure. 212,000 or 15,575.3 kilometres. Yeah, that's right. That's one where I had to reach 600 kilometres minimum. I've got E-Lunet 1F. I'm pretty sure that should have completed. So that's the thing, sometimes if you have a launcher which comes somewhere near the target, it is quite possible over the so many days or so many weeks it could be kicked out of its actual trajected orbital path by the moon, or any other body it could could interfere with its path. So okay. Let's click on Earth. Pale blue dot, home to over 7 billion humans and trillions of life forms of various shapes and sizes. Earth is where you are in our neighbourhood, our home for now. It is our very own, our very only place. What? It is our only place in the vast expanse of our marvellous universe. Victoria is 6,371 kilometres. Area 5.101E plus 14 metres squared. Mass. That's a lot. At sea level gravity, just over 1 Earth G. So we're actually under more than 1 G. Escape velocity is 11,186.1 metres per second. So it's 11.1 kilometres per second or so. Rotation per 20 hours, 56 minutes and 4 seconds. A huge sphere of influence for such a small planet. Thanks to the iron core. Yeah, 140 kilometres. Right. Now if I'm reading that far. I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm supposed to be aligning the launcher. Stick to the oh no, I've selected something else, haven't I? So focus Earth again. Just make sure. So it looks like we've got a nice equatorial orbit just there. I think it's equatorial. Might not be. It is on a slight axis, isn't it? It's tilted on its axis slightly. By a few degrees. So I went to the launch site just here. Intercedes with that line. But it's got to be within the middle of our view as well. So I think about there. Yeah. It'll be slightly off phase as far as pitch is, but not pitch. It's not technically pitch the way we're looking at it, but it'll be slightly off, slightly underneath. So this will be slightly above. This will be slightly below the equator. But we can modify that once we reach halfway. About here. As in the widest part of the path. Right, so let's go to the launch pad. Right. So there's no altitude or anything like that, we just have to fly beyond the moon. And we also learned that the top, this engine here, should be deactivated. For some reason, this stage, the ullage stage, which is reverse, it pushes this main stage away. For some reason, when you look at this, it's activating this stage by itself. Now, I don't understand why it's doing it. I never asked it to do that, and there's no way of turning that off. So I don't know why it's doing that, but regardless of whether it does it or not, doesn't really matter. I will just turn this one off. That way this stage still remains. That is a fuel dump. 2 fuel dump nozzles which cause ullage. They're also for pitch and roll control as well. But this motor also does that. The main motor also has its own gimballing. So you don't need that once you've got this running. You're actually just wasting fuel. So unfortunately the only way to actually do this without doing it with the right click menu is by doing a action menu, which I don't really want to take up. I want to get into the habit of not doing that, so I've got spare. I mean, obviously I've still got AGX, Action Groups Extended, but I don't want to use all of them here. There's 250 of those. I'm not going to run out of them anytime soon, but just for launch I don't want to have to use them all that much. The parachutes are fine. You can soon reprogram that. That's not a problem. Okay, so SS is on. I will use this to roll and the initial pitch. But once that's done, I'll hand it back to this and follow prograde. Most efficient way of launching, which is what we need. Near the moon. So I'm going to set this. No, I'm not going to set it like that. So I'll set that as the target. I may not achieve that straight away. I may need to go around an orbit again. As in orbit once. Circularize an orbit once before I actually activate it. But it all depends. Right, so it's going to get rather noisy. So you want to turn your volume down until at least these main boosters have gone. Once the main boosters have gone, the volume comes straight back down again. I can't edit the sound down, because if I do that, the rest of the video will be too quiet. But it is a rocket, you know, so it's going to be quite noisy. Okay, so here we go. So 3, 2, 1. Oh! Oh my god, disaster. Oh, good, we've got more parts coming down. You had a booster failure. That's it. It stopped. No, no, it hasn't stopped. Oh, there we go. Yep, RD1078D74 PS failed performance loss. I'm going to have to include some shoots. I'm going to have to, because I can't have it doing that. Just damage, at least damage the. What a disaster! That's not going to work, is it? 46 seconds. No, 17 seconds. 17 seconds. I don't think I got anything back either. Okay, let's go back to the Space Center and see what the damage was. Okay, so it looks like I haven't got any parts back. And operational, it's operational, so they got moderate damage. I was actually upgrading it. No, I believe I did actually order it to be upgraded. I did, yeah. Yes, I did, runway. Now, I'm not sure if you... I'm not going to use the runway anytime soon. So, I might as well wait till 86 days are up. Because, if I upgrade, do I need to repair it? I'm paying for it to be upgraded. So, sure, that's included in the actual upgrade value. They're going to be relaying the entire runway, so I'll leave it. I'll leave it for now, but that's okay. I was scared to death that the space plane was going to get bombed. $400,000 to upgrade that. I thought no, I won't do that. And that needs 2 million. When he got 3.5 million, it's leave me $1.5 million, I suppose. I'll spend the 2 on it, but oh, that was unforeseen. That was perfect. The perfect alignment for the moon and everything. And damn it. Okay, let's go back to this SP. SP? That's not the SPH. Go back to the VAB. I'll build another one. Nothing else to do. I can just have to build another one. There's nothing else. There's nothing actually wrong with it. It's just down to reliability. But I may fit some shoots onto the core stage. I might actually get some of that back. But when it goes over like that, you know, as in tips over, there's not really much you can do. When you separate the boosters are going to collide with themselves or the core stage. That's it. This is a perfect example of why I said at the beginning, before I started using this, I do not like laterally attached boosters. For me, there's nothing. It's not the ideal way of doing it. The ideal way of doing it is having it on the core stage, having a vertical stack. It's by far the safest way to decouple as well, as I keep saying. But I've got nothing. I've got no other option. Other launches are just going to be not powerful enough to get off the pad. But I will put together another Atlas launcher, another Atlas based engine, as in one of these engines. One of those. They're nice, I mean it's nice. 1752.2. It's only a light launcher. Well, I might use the Titan. When the Atlas and the Titan were developed side by side, the Titan was actually developed in case Atlas failed. But they both worked. But for me, the Titan beats the Atlas. Most people may not agree with that, but for me, the Titan is definitely I mean, you can see there 1,467, 1,295.448 kilonewtons at the pad. That trumps 245. I'm sorry, it does. But that is not a sustainer. That is a booster. Another version of it, just dirt. And I believe SSTU has one as well. But let's stop messing around. Right. So what do I do? Also, what I'd like to do, if it's possible. Now, I don't know if this is possible or not. But in the abort sequence, I would like only to be able to shut down the liquid boosters and decouple them. I'd like to be able to empty the tank. But I can't. Well, that is something that would really be nice. Be really useful as well. But right now, it doesn't really let you do that. For some reason, all that pops up when you have the action menus up is the fill of empty. And I don't think it means remove it as in... Or does it? I don't know. I'm not going to risk it though. No way. Let's get rid of these spheres if you keep having the same problem. Just click back in. Don't touch anything and go back out. And it's cleared. Alright, so parachutes. It's going to be quite a few on that core stage. But it shouldn't cut down the delta V too much. I mean, this is the final stage. This is the actual spacecraft itself. Well, say spacecraft, it's this section here, the second stage on the core. Or is it actually? Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, of course it is. So that doesn't include the actual manoeuvre in jets we have built into the Luna 1 probe. It doesn't actually measure that. It's quite a lot of delta V. Alright. So what do I need to do? I forgot one. I want the... I'm not too bad about the core, but it's just it's just a tank basically. But I am bothered about getting this back with this intact. God, this is where the money is. All of this beneath here, beneath this line, this black line just here, the last avionics package in the vertical stack, it goes just for over 5,000. So the other 8,000-9,000 or so is here. Very expensive piece of kit. And I don't want to actually lose it. 57.5. But it's this stage up here. Oh, there's the solar panels. So there's almost 1,000. 1, 2, 4, 8. No, crikey, what I'm talking about? It's over 1,000. It's 1,600, isn't it? 1,600 for 4 of those. Over. Alright, stop messing around. Right, shoots. Parachute, parachute, parachute. Where are they? There we are. So I'm not bothered about the stage. But what I do need to do is tell this to separate everything else. So I'm going to tell this Oh damn, which decoupler is it? I'm going to say that's the top decoupler. I'm going to say that is the top decoupler. I don't know if it is. But if I decouple the bottom, it's liable to fly off and hit this section or this section, rather than slowing this part down, which wouldn't be a bad thing. Even if it has parachutes fitted to it. It might be a good thing, that. Might be a good thing. So I'll leave it on the arm parachute when I need to. Yeah, so it's only first time you go into the action menu that the spheres appear. Once you go back in and come back out again, it's fine. Weird. So I've got huge, oh we don't want that. So I use lateral. Gonna give me that or not? Thank you. So I'm gonna put 4 on this core stage. What on earth's going on? I'd rather not put them on at all, but you know, I could get this back. It is a possibility, especially if this slows it down enough. It could do. It could slow it down enough, but I don't. Just slightly over. 18 tons over. 28 tons over. What am I talking about? 18 tons over. Doesn't sound like much, but there we go. So I'm going to put... I can't put 4 on this. I'll bring the delta V down. Actually, no, it hasn't, has it? But I can't put... Oh, crikey. I can't go putting... What on earth is going on here? What are you doing, you lot? Why keep pausing it? Obviously something being checked in the game. No, I think we'll keep it vertical. Thing is, damn. I'd rather not have that on there. It's going to add a lot of weight onto that final stage. No. No. No, I'm not doing that. That's just silly. I can't do that. I've got 8 parachutes on this stage already. Well, 4 on each, 4 on the boosters, 4 on the core stage. There's no way. I'm not eating up the Delta V by doing that. That's just silly. Just gonna arm the chute. Oh wait, down it. What on earth's going on? For some reason it's pausing quite a lot again. I don't know why. So I'm going to open the chute. There'll be an empty tank. Obviously in a abort situation it won't be an empty tank, because there's no way of emptying the tank till the abort sequence, which is a feature I would like to see. I would like to see that. So usual, it's only be an empty tank, so hopefully it'll slow down enough. So apply to all counterparts. I don't know what's causing it to pause the way it is doing. So, stage recovery, green. And that's even full of fuel. Stage 4, which are the boosters, 3.4, which you've seen it already. Stage 3 there is 2.5 meters a second, so it's even slower. Tank's empty. Ah, tank's full. Yeah, 11 meters per 13.6 for the boosters, and 11 meters per second for the core stage. Empty. There. Okay. Oh. Well, thank you. You're gonna give me the tiny little tweak. Yeah, that should be fine. There's me in the menus. In the menu. Oh, thank you. 3 hours later. Come on. Oh, of course, I've increased the weight slightly. Oh. Dear God. $303. Yeah, because obviously, as you increase the size of the avionics package, the weight goes up, doesn't it? Obviously. Yeah, something about when you go into a right-click menu, something to do with real fields, it seems to be sort of causing a pause. Excessive amounts of pausing, actually. But that's because the game's doing things that it wasn't actually really designed to do. So that is configured for booster. I just wanted to check this. Right, that's configured for booster as well. And so is that. Okay. I think that's about it. That's all I can actually really do. All I can do is sort of, if I get high enough, I could possibly empty the tanks using the tack field balancer if I'm fast enough. But unfortunately, I may not be fast enough. Like I said, there's no way of actually doing that through the action menus yet. None of those boosters have come back. What's that? One tank procedural. I think that's one of the procedural tanks here for the lateral booster. Yep, everyone being looked, so it's raining bits still outside. Can't see anything now, but there we go. So it's going to take 60 days, 10 hours, 48 minutes and 15 seconds. They're very accurate, aren't they, these Kerbals? I think that's it. We've got avionics package done. That's no different, it's exactly the same as it was before. Just got 4 extra shoots on, just for that core stage. So hopefully I might get those back. Whoa. No, you don't. I don't need to do that, do I? Need to just put them up there. Yep, that's a lesson as well. Always double check, and then triple check your staging. Because if you change things, it has a habit of messing up your staging. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. Yep, that's okay. Right, now I'll save it again. I'm going to click build. Okay. Once it's confirmed that. Okay, so we are. It's 209 tons, 209.355 tons. I don't know what on earth it's talking about. It looks like it's got it in a forward stroke. So like 209.355 tons over 303.945. Weird. We'll take a look at this. Yeah, it's 306,545 kilos. No, it's 306.545 tons. 76 parts. That's a lot of parts. I could probably bring that down. But with Dangit, you don't know. Okay, let's go out. Let it build, roll it out. And go to the launch pad. Let's see what it flies like. Hopefully those boosters don't fail.